Hi everyone, my name is Elaine Bossard and I'm going to be your faculty member for the Sci 3140 Social Psychology course that starts right now and goes for the next 8 weeks. In this course, you are going to learn about a lot of different ways that humans interact with, are influenced by, and influence the social environment around them. Oftentimes, the term social psychology brings up this idea about like really great big groups in our world, and that is part of it. But as humans are rather social creatures, we actually interact with the environment, the social environment, in a lot of different ways. This can be a variety of different social manners, such as how we form impressions about other people and the biases we might use to represent others. So this might be what we call social thinking. It can be things like the norms and guidelines for our own behavior that we learn from others. So this we consider something like social influence. But it can also be, again, how those groups interact with each other in a positive or negative way. So this would be something like social relations. In this course, you're also going to have the opportunity to showcase your knowledge, your new knowledge, in a lot of different ways. We're going to ask you to do discussion boards to engage with your fellow classmates, but I'm also going to ask you to do a variety of assignments that can range from things like quizzes and assessments to reflection papers, and also to things like scholarly activities where you go out and collect your own real-world data. But in each case, the goal is to extend your perspective and your perception of the topics in ways that you might not have thought about before. By the end of the course, I hope that you'll feel confident in your knowledge and in terms of how the social environment influences how people think, feel, and behave, and how people help shape their social environment around them as well. Now, I told you a little bit about the class, but before we go any further, I want to tell you a little bit about me too. I have a doctorate in psychology, and my specialization was in social psychology. My particular research areas within my field are things about how people make decisions, particularly the factors that influence the decisions that they make, how they respond to feedback about their decisions, and what makes one person differ in their decision-making process than somebody else. Because my area of interest is social psychology, this is one of my favorite classes to teach. I like to teach it anytime I can get a chance to. And some of my favorite topics that you're going to learn about this semester or this unit are social biases and heuristics, attitudes and persuasions, and group norm development. Now, one of the coolest things about social psychology is the fact that it's relatable. It's actually part of the reason why I got into it in the first place that really drew me in. You're going to see this information in your textbook. You're going to see it in your unit readings, and you're going to be able to connect it to the things in the world around you. And being able to put meaning to these theories and these models that are in the textbook really help bring psychology to life. But keeping this in mind, one thing that can trip up a student is the very fact that social psychology is relatable and applicable. I know it sounds crazy, but it's easy to think that you understand a topic because you've actually experienced in your own life. But make sure to do the readings and fully engage in the source materials. There are places where the theories and the models tell us more about what's really going on in the social environment, and there are even times when what seems intuitive isn't the actual process or outcome at all. When you do find a topic relatable, I encourage you to come up with your own examples and definitions. By owning the material in this way, it becomes more memorable, and perhaps you'll learn some insight into your own life as well. So throughout our time together, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. Email is definitely the best way to get a hold of me. My contact information is on the left-hand side of the Blackboard shell that you're going to be using. It says Faculty Profile. If you click on that link, it'll list out all my contact information that you need. And again, email is going to be the best way to get a hold of me. So my goal in this course is for your success. Okay. So the only way I know if you're retaining the information or if you have questions is if you ask them. Feel free to ask me anytime you have a question. I'm looking forward to working with you. So let's go ahead and get this class started. Thanks.